Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to another episode of Spilling the Spiritual Tea with your host, spiritual mentor Linda Blaze. I gotta tell you, I took a break. I took a very long break, really trying to figure out what it was I wanted to do with this podcast and within my own business because I have been doing this for 31 years, a really long time. I did readings and I started to really get, and I don't want to be rude, but very annoyed with my clients because they were just constantly coming to me when the answers were already there. And I almost started to feel like I was taking advantage of them in the same way because the answers are there and they're paying me to give it to them. And so that felt wrong to me. It felt horrible to me. And my spirit guide said, take a break. And I want to encourage you guys to take a break when you need to take a break. When things don't feel aligned with you anymore, when things don't feel right for you anymore, that is your sign to step back and really start to think about what it is you want, what it is that you need to make yourself happy and to really get that fulfilled feeling, to really feel like you are making a difference in this world. Because let's be real, every single person here is here for a reason. Every single person is here to serve other people. That's what we're here to do. We're here to help and serve. People don't like the word serve. It doesn't sit right for some people, but the truth is we are here to serve. We are here to be of value to other people. And so I had to take a break. I had to step back because it didn't feel right. It didn't feel aligned. And my spirit guide was like, take a break. And I did. And I took a long break. During that break, I had a little medical emergency, landed in the hospital for a few days. But I am back and I'm going to be honest with you, readings are no longer available. And that was a huge weight off my shoulders. It was terrifying to announce public readings are no longer available because of those people that are relying on me for everything. It felt so wrong. So, what does that mean for you and the people that do rely on me to give them that support? I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still helping. I'm still supporting you. I'm just doing it in a different way. So, we're going to step away from readings where I sit and I just tell you everything I pick up to let's do more of a conversation, a spiritual chat, a mentoring where I will not only guide you through the process of getting those answers, but really help you confirm that you are really receiving them on your own. You are getting them. We're going to make sure you got your spirit team in place so that when you have questions, when you need guidance, when you need support, you know exactly who to turn to and how to receive those messages. Teaching you how to do this on your own is so exciting for me. I have technically been doing it since 2001 inside my circle, and now online for the past almost 3 years. I have been doing that, but I always put readings first and it felt wrong. So we are starting fresh, and I really hope you guys will come along for the ride. And if you need that break for yourself, 100%, I want you to take it. Because when you are constantly in that mode, which is why I landed myself in the hospital, I was serving in the wrong way. I wasn't really listening to my soul. I wasn't aligned with what I was supposed to be doing. And that takes its toll. It makes us sick. It makes us exhausted. It gives us mental illnesses. It makes us not us. And that's where all that stuff comes from. When we step out of alignment with who we are, we stop being us and we start being something else. And when that happens, we fall deep and we fall hard, and it's a terrible place to be. So, what you need to do is stop and say, what isn't working in my life? What doesn't feel good? And I teach this inside the circle, how to really learn to trust yourself and what is coming up for you. And I will teach you how to move forward. Because when you move forward with confidence, when you move forward knowing you're in the right place, everything falls into place. I always like to share inside the circle that God will always and forever give you everything you want. That is a promise God gave you. He will never stop you from making mistakes. He will never stop you from having the free will to choose good and bad and right and wrong. That is our choice. He will give you whatever you want. But the secret is learning what you actually want. What is it you want in life? What do you want to experience? That is what I'm going to help you uncover. Inside the circle, we've been doing trainings every single week. We have our three core signature courses that help you not only unlock your intuition, but build your spirit team. And you're like, Linda, I don't know what the heck my spirit team is. That's why we need to work together, because let me tell you, you have a beautiful, amazing team of spirits and people that are wanting you to have the best life possible. They are there to help you, support you, guide you, let you make those mistakes only to take you to a better place, right? So we have these things already in place. We have angels and animal spirits that are walking beside us, and most of the people don't know they exist. Most people haven't added their spirit team into their life on a regular basis. So definitely going to talk about that inside our circle, as well as those mentoring sessions that I have available. I want to ask you today, what is it that you are doing that doesn't feel good? What are you doing every single day that just doesn't feel good, but it's expected of you? That's hard, right? Because as women and men, we have these roles that are kind of preset, right? Men are providers. They have to hold everything together, keep their family safe. They have to do these things. Women have to nurture and care for people and take care of the home and take care of their family and their extended family and their parents who may be stepping into their older years, and that usually falls on the woman, and we fall to the side, right? We lose that connection with ourselves when we're busy playing the roles, and that includes the roles as a parent, the roles as a partner, the role that you may have at work. Our soul slowly dies if we are not aligned and doing the things that light us up and the things that bring us the most joy. Because I'm going to tell you something that's hard to believe, but it's true. You're not here to suffer. You are not here to go through those hard times. You're actually here to live a life of joy. And that gets taken from us at a very young age, right? When we're in like elementary school, right? We're told what we can do, what we can't do. Now, obviously, we need to live harmoniously as a society. So, rules and laws and those kinds of things are important. But I find a lot of the times, as soon as we start expressing ourselves, we're told it's wrong, that you can't believe that, that's not right, you cannot do that. But really, we're not even doing anything wrong, right? Maybe we're coloring outside the lines. Maybe we're singing a song into putting in our own words, and we're told, no, you cannot do that. That's not how it works. And then we slowly start to die inside, because that expression of who we are, that song that we're singing from our heart, is told that's not good enough. You can't do that. And so it starts really young, right? With being molded and taken away from who you are. When we come into this life, we forget that part of us because it's part of our journey of remembering who we are. So let's talk about that a little bit more, because I was talking to a client yesterday, and she was like, her parents really nurtured her and allowed her to express herself. She was allowed to really try all the different things, do all the different sports and activities, and she was allowed to decorate a room the way she wanted to. And she still felt so lost. She was always searching for that missing piece. Where is, like, who am I? Like, who am I? And she could never find it because she was trying to fill it with other things, outside things, trying to really fill herself up. And I had to explain to her is that we have lived many lives before. This is not your first rodeo. You have lived many, many lives. And when we come into this one, we forget everything. We forget who we are. We forget all those lessons that we've had. They're imprinted in our soul. But because we need to focus on this life, everything else needs to kind of fall away. So we forget those things. We forget who we are at the core, right? All those lessons, the people we were in their past lives, is how we are created today and who we are. And we forget that. And so we come to this life to remember who we are, to remember how powerful, how inspiring, how freaking capable we are. And it takes a lifetime to do that. It really, truly does. And each step, you are becoming a better version of yourself, not just a better version of who you are in this life, but a better version of your soul. You are taking all those hundreds of lives you've lived, and they are compounded into this one big ball of energy that is full and complete, and you grow that every life you live, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and you become more of everything. And so that's why we really come here, right? We come here to connect with each other, to really have those conversations, to spend time with one another, to serve each other, and to remember who we are. What are we here to do, right? We all have a purpose, we all have a mission for this life, a theme that plays out, and that isn't job related most of the time. Sometimes it is. Sometimes we pick jobs that are very aligned with that, but they're very rarely job related. So we pick this role and we're like, okay, I'm going to perfect this, I'm going to become an expert in this. And I got to tell you, some of the themes we become experts in are crazy. Like, there is a manipulator, a lover, a loser, a martyr, these things, a healer. These are things that naturally we are just really good at. It's our natural gift. And you're like, well, why would I want to be an expert in being a loser? And I'll tell you why. Because when you cross over, we're not just sitting on the clouds playing harps. We have jobs to do. And those jobs include helping people in this life. And it's funny because we think of angels swooping in and saving us, but we have people on the other side who are experts. So let's say somebody is struggling in this life. Maybe they are a loser and they look at themselves in the mirror and that's what they see. If you're an expert in that, you know exactly how to lift them out of that. You can go to their spirit guide and say, this is what they need to do, and this is how you can help them. Right? Maybe their spirit guide knows nothing about being a loser. Maybe they were royalty and they had everything handed them. They don't know what that experience is. They are learning by being your spirit guide, by walking through it with you. So they have experts on the other side that swoop in and say, this is what needs to happen. This was what they need to do to make their life better. So we have jobs on the other side. Maybe you are an animal lover and it's just your passion. So when you cross over, you're like, maybe I don't want to go back quite yet. I'm going to take care of animals. So that could be on the other side, taking care of animals, or it could be also because they're all over there. They're all over there. There's a whole animal dimension that you can work in, but you can also come and be healing people here. So I want you to really remember that those passions inside, they're there for a reason. Maybe that's your expertise. Maybe that is who you are at the core. And when you cross over, that's exactly what you're going back to. So I want you to really remember, if you get anything from this, is take a break. It's so important when things are not aligned, things are not working for you, then you need to take a break, book an appointment. We'll sit down, we'll talk about it. Come and join us in the circle. I'm going to be honest with you, the circle is the best bang for your buck. That is where you can get the guidance. Like I said, I'm not publicly doing readings, but if you have questions, you need that support, you can ask inside the circle. So I am here for you. I'm not leaving, but take that break, talk to the right people, really look within yourself and say, okay, what am I here to do? And what do I want from this life? Because if you don't put that out there, if you do not claim it as your own, then the universe, God will give you just about anything. God will listen to the negative energy that is around you, right? Like the world gives us, right? These things that pop up all the time where we're not good enough. And then they'll be like, well, let's give them more of I'm not good enough. Let's give her more of what she doesn't want because that's all she's focusing on. So we want you to focus on what you want, right? Let's get you back into alignment. Let's get you back to where you're supposed to be. Really take that time to do that. And remember, you're learning and growing along the way. You're not failing. A lot of the times we think, okay, well, I don't have the job I want, or now my kids are leaving the home. Now who am I? We'll figure that out together. You don't have to figure that out by yourself, but it's a remembering of who you are. That is so important, not making it up as you go. That's not what we're here for. We've already created that. We've already made our life maps. Now it's let's get really serious about stepping into our wholeness. And I want to help you do that. So if you need to take that break, I highly encourage you to take it. If you need to sit down and chat, let's book that appointment. Come and join us in the circle for ongoing support. I'm here for you. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to reach out. Let's get back to who we truly are, why we're here, so that we can live the best life possible. It's time for you to step into your expertise, step into your power, and live your best life. And I am back to help you do that. So if you enjoyed this episode, please make sure that you like and leave a comment, share it with your friends, let them know they are not messing up, they're not lost, they just need to remember. It's as simple as that, and it is a beautiful thing. So if you have any questions, like I said, reach out. I love you guys, and I look forward to talking with you soon. Bye now.